Today, Nintendo held their financial meeting for the fiscal year ending in March of 2022 for their investors. We got a lot of numbers out of this. I like numbers. I'm a numbers guy. You like numbers. Let's compare and see how the Switch is doing, how the software is doing, and let's get into it. All right, people, here we have it. The big financial meeting for Nintendo ending of course, the fiscal year in 2022, 2022. We finally, I feel like this is a little bit later. I feel like normally we get like the results like the end of April. We're like mid-May almost, so kind of surprising it was this late. But I always love going over this stuff. Of course, this is kind of a developing thing. Of course, I believe they'll have like an actual investor Q&A the following day is what they normally do, so there will be more information coming out of this. We may even get a little bit of minor announcements in terms of like their corporate strategy, maybe some like Universal stuff, Mario movie stuff, that kind of thing. Never really any big video games, sometimes mobile stuff, but I wouldn't really expect anything too crazy this year. But today we're talking about the numbers of the Nintendo Switch, so this is always interesting. So here we have the old numbers, and then here we have the new numbers. So as you can see here, the beloved 3DS has not sold anything, except they have sold another million, or like 600,000 units of software there, of course. But no, of course, the main topic here is the Switch. So old, it was 103.54 million, up to 107.65 million from the past 3 months. So the previous results here were for December 31st, 2021. Now we have up to March 31st, 2021. So, be honest, I would have expected more, especially with the launch of a new Pokemon title in there. However, that's 4 million units in 3 months. I guess you can't really complain there. It's still trudging along. I am curious to see, you know, if is that a decline? I'm not actually positive. Versus like the quarter or the first quarter of last year, so or last quarter of last year for their fiscal year, right? So that's a little interesting to me. 4 million seems a little high. I would have expected a little bit more just because of Pokemon, which we'll get to. There's a lot of Pokemon stuff to talk about. So yeah, not too much on the hardware front. Of course, that is another extra, what is that, 600,000 software sold. That's crazy for the console. So yeah, hardware stuff and software stuff is always fun, but let's get into the video games. So here we have, once again, the old data from December 31st. You know, pretty much the usual suspects. You know, Mario Kart 8 has 43 million sold, 37 Animal Crossing, 27 Smash Ultimate, Pokemon Sword and Shield, 23.9. Mario Odyssey 23. This is the one you want to keep an eye on right here. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, 13.97 million. So, well, let's just get to it. Let's just go down. We'll get to the other stuff. This is so funny to me. 14.65. Now, if you don't know, that makes it the best-selling Pokemon remake of all time. And it's outsold Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. It's outsold Fire Red Leaf Green. Of course, it's outsold Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee by just a hair here. So, yeah. The most hated Pokemon remakes are the best-selling Pokemon remakes. I hope this isn't evident of what Game Freak and, of course, Ilka developed this game. I hope this isn't a sign that, you know, they're going to see this and be like, oh, let's do that again for Black and White and for our next remake. So, hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they see, like, the genuine, like, I know Pokemon fans can be kind of wild sometimes. Hopefully they see the actual criticism there and address it for the next remake. Hopefully they don't just throw Ilka on it and, you know, just kind of be like, hey, do whatever you want and not, you know, make a buggy mess. So, very crazy that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are the best-selling remakes. I would have expected Let's Go Pikachu, Let's Go Eevee to kind of hold tight there for a bit, but alas, no, not at all. And then moving up the list, so actually let me look at the difference here. Rank Fit Adventure still going, another 500,000 copies in the past 3 months. That's kind of crazy. Mario Party, I assume, has to have died, right? Yeah, decently, like 400,000, right? 300,000. Mario Odyssey is pretty much dead. Like 400,000 copies. Sword and Shield, how's Sword and Shield doing? Oh, that's up 1 million. Just like 600,000 or I can't do math. Like 300,000. Sword and Shield will definitely cap out around 25 million. These games are going to keep selling until the Switch is dead, but like it's definitely done pretty much. So this will probably hit maybe 26 million lifetime. So it definitely pretty slow there. Breath of the Wild still selling strong. 25.8 last time. Now we're at 26.55. So 700,000 copies, easy. Smash Ultimate, another basically 1 million, easy. Animal Crossing's interesting. This one's another million. Another 1.25 million. And then Mario Kart 8, of course, the top-selling Switch game of all time. Previously 43 million. Now we're at 45 million. So another 2 million copies of Mario Kart sold in the last quarter. That game ain't slowing down. Very quickly, I want to touch on the Pokemon thing because I think it's hilarious that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl are the best-selling Pokemon remakes now. So, of course, at the very top, you have Red, Green, and Blue. Then you have Sword and Shield, which is always funny to me that is the second best-selling Pokemon game of all time right now. Gold and Silver. And I guess, yeah, we didn't even get into this. So this is almost, obviously it's a huge success. Almost a little disappointing, though. Legends Arceus, 12.6 million. I would have expected it to come out stronger just based on what I had seen. Obviously, I love the game. I have a poster of it behind me. And I mean, to be fair, this game is going to keep selling. Although I do wonder, man, did they really kind of shoot themselves in the foot by releasing it and then announcing Scarlet and Violet a month later? I don't know, man. It seems weird because when a new Pokemon game comes out, it kind of replaces the other one. I mean, we saw with Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, they pretty much only sold like 1.5 million units from December to March, which isn't that much considering it sells like, 13 million that first 2 weeks of release. So I don't know. I'm kind of surprised to see Legends Arceus this low. I hope it keeps going. That game is amazing. It's the best Pokemon game in years. So I would like to see that keep going. But yeah, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, best-selling Pokemon remakes of all time. Definitely going to hit 15-16 million easy. It probably will pass Ruby and Sapphire. Might probably pass. Honestly, it might pass all these Gen 3DS games, to be honest, and become one of the best-selling Pokemon games, which is kind of sad, to put it lightly. They have this image on the in all their financial stuff. I think this is interesting because, well, obviously we know. I mean, Switch Sports just came out, because that wasn't technically part of the last physical year, which this is reporting. Then we have Mario Strikers Battle League, Fire Emblem Warriors, Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak. I'm kind of surprised to even see on here. Xenoblade Chronicles 3, Splatoon 3, Scarlet Violet, and Bayonetta 3. Two interesting things about this. One, Bayonetta 3, 2022. They're sticking to it. I don't think that game's going to come out this year, but they're sticking to it. If it does come out, December for sure. And then most interesting to me, what is going on with Advance Wars? I feel bad for that game. I get that. I get why they delayed it. Obviously, I have no issue with the fact that they delayed it. It's just a matter of like, so what now though? When does that game come out? It's not on here. And like, I mean, that was not a big game, but it was a game that they were releasing and they paid for to be created by WayForward. So a little precarious to not see Advance Wars on here at all, even just as like a general 2022. I have to say, hopefully that game. And here we have their forecast for the next fiscal year ending this time next year, March 31st, 2023. This is kind of interesting. So let me open this up in a new tab, actually, so you guys can see it properly. They are actually forecasting a loss in sales for the Nintendo Switch over the next year, down 8.9%. So I don't know if that has to do with shortages. They definitely said they didn't meet their exact kind of predictions based on the shortages due to COVID and everything, obviously, chip shortages. So I don't know if that's necessarily why they're expecting it to go down, or maybe this is it, man. Maybe they're thinking like, okay, it's time. It's time. We're going to start winding down. It's not going to keep the crazy momentum it's had every year over year. I think 2021, this might be the first year we've really actually seen kind of a dip at all, and that's possibly only because of the chip shortages. So, yeah, interesting to see. They're actually predicting a downwards trend in sales for the Nintendo Switch hardware and the software, to be fair. So kind of weird, I mean, last year, past couple years, they always announce this stuff, like their predictions, and it's always like, okay, we're predicting to sell 300 million software, something just absolutely ridiculous, right? And then everybody's like, okay, well, what game are you going to release then? 210 million, that seems completely reasonable to do with Pokemon and, some other stuff. So, interesting to see that they are definitely predicting a downward trend this year. And here we have another chart of sales from April 2021 to March of 2022. Most notably here, Metroid Dread, of course, setting pretty at 2.9 million. So just shy of 3 million for that game. Great numbers for Metroid Dread. Some other stuff here I just want to mention. I'm surprised 3D World plus Bowser's Fury didn't do more, to be honest. I mean, here's the thing, right? Before the Switch, a 3D Mario game would sell about 10 million copies, and it'd be happy to sell 10 million copies, don't get me wrong. Odyssey kind of changed that, So I'm just a little surprised to see 3D World not take off more on the Switch. I mean, obviously it's a port of a Wii U game, but still. And then Skyward Sword HD, 3.9 million. Great numbers for that port. I think that's probably close to outselling the Wii version now, which is awesome for that. Mario Party Superstars already at 6.8 million. So really great numbers all around, I have to say. But that is going to do it for today, guys. I just like going over all these numbers. It's just kind of fun to talk and speculate and, you know, root for my company that I support and give my money to, and I'm, you know, that whole spiel. Obviously, yes, I don't have a stake in Nintendo. If they do well, it doesn't really matter to me. I just think it's fun to look at the numbers, see how these games are doing, and kind of just talk about it. So let me know what you guys think of all this Nintendo news and numbers in the comments down below. Are you even interested in this stuff? I know most people aren't. I, for some reason, am, because I am a weirdo. Of course, like I mentioned earlier, there will probably be a Q&A where they will maybe announce and touch on some things. You know, of course, the investors will ask questions for Furukawa and all the Nintendo execs. So maybe some more info out of that. If there is anything interesting, of course, I will make a video. But you guys have it. I am very tired. It is 12:30 at night. Bye-bye.